Good morning to everyone, and it's a new week. Each week that passes, we're getting closer to the great and glorious redemption of Israel and the world. We're getting close to peace on earth. We're getting closer, but we're not there yet. There's wars. My friend, very close friend that I've been with throughout this war, his son died. His son fell in battle in action in Gaza just now yesterday. And so it just happens a lot, and it makes you think of what life's all about and all that stuff. So I was just thinking how God can really use the menial things. You know, menial, איך אומרים menial? בדברים הקטנים, לכבס את הכביסה, לשטוף את הבית. Yeah, the small, דברים הקטנים, דברים הבנאליים בעברית, בנאליים. The small things that people overlook, God can use them. He can use them for huge things. We're here volunteering, folding clothes, cleaning up stuff, working in the yard, but God can use it for huge things. And so I was remembering how the story of Rebekah. The story of Rebekah, Genesis 24, verse 14. Story of Rebekah. So Abraham is wanting his son to get married to one of his people. And so he's like, there's this sign. The servant knows the sign. He tells everybody, what's going to happen if I go to this faraway country, and then there's a well there, and then if I meet a girl there, draws the water and says, not just for you, but I'll go do all this work. It's a lot of work to carry heavy water. I don't know if you've ever done it. I've done it. Carry heavy water, and then you have to do it for all the camels. So these camels have just been walking for miles and miles, kilometers and kilometers. So look how small and menial this task is to draw water out. And so he goes there. The servant goes there. What is his name? Gehazi. And he shows up there, and he's like, "Hey, there's this girl," and he tells all the camels, you know how they do that, and they make them sit down. That sound they make is funny, the camel sound. And then he says, "Hey," this girl shows up. "I'm thirsty. Can you give me some drink?" She could have said, and she would have been right to say this, "Why don't you get yourself a drink? You're a man. Go get yourself a drink." She would have been okay to say this, but she didn't. She decided to say, "You know what? Sure." She goes and gets the water. Probably has to carry those buckets, and then you go down. There's a certain place where you go down. I don't know exactly where this was, but you go down to where the water is, or it could have been one of these, which is still really hard to pull the bucket up. Whatever it was,
it's some effort.
Yeah, it's a lot of effort she put through to get this guy a drink. Here's your drink. He's like, "Oh, okay, thanks. Thanks for that tea." Anyway, so then what happens is, she says, "And what about all these camels? I'll just go and give water to all these camels too."
She went beyond what she was
way
asked.
beyond what she was she didn't even have to do that. She could have said, "Get your own drink, dude. I don't know you." That would have been within her. It would have been fine to do that. But then and look what God did. He's establishing a dynasty of his very throne, of his very nation. And that's how he does it, through a menial, tiny task. Like all throughout the Bible, there's people as shepherds, people that just do what seems to be small things. And he decides to establish a dynasty. And that's the sign. That's the sign. A little menial, sweeping something up, giving some water, cleaning some windows, whatever, menial things. And not only is it that, it's the redemption of the whole world, not just the dynasty of the king of Israel. It's the redemption of the Geulat HaOlam. I was like, that is crazy. Why not choose a different sign, something more, I don't know, grandiose and less menial. But you look at how that is. It's a humble thing. Look how Yeshua himself, he would go and put the towel and go wash people's feet. He didn't have to do that. That's a very menial task. Washing somebody's toes. Yeah, it's kind of strange. But that's what it is. Servanthood is part of the global redemption. It's part of the Geulat HaOlam. Just serving, just blessing. Whoever desires to be great among you shall be your servant. Mark chapter 10, verse 43. Okay, the Hebrew root of it is like Eved, Misharet, Lisharet. This whole root could be packing some clothes. It could be folding clothes, packing some food packages. It could be whatever it is. we're doing something that's really making us, and we're not doing it for this reason, but making us the greatest. We're becoming the great. We're not doing that for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
But the least among you, as we humble, and even in the army, to go serve. And I think this week, carrying the shepherd staff, going in, finishing this mission,
Mm-hmm.
finishing this mission, that means I have to go do it and have to serve. They said, thank you for your service. Well, someone just died. My close, I'm trying to.
Yeah, it's heart-wrenching.
But what it is last part. Is the last part. So then he goes to the tent, right? You know the story. He goes to the tent and he says, he said, can I stay somewhere? And they're like, she says, yeah, we got lots of food too. We gave you water. We can just give you all our food too, and enough for all your camels. Food too now. So I was like, that's kind of too much, And so they go there, and then guess what else? He says, I've come and I asked for a sign from God. He could have just made this up, but he didn't. But I've come with a sign that the lady that gives the water, and that's your daughter, can she just come back and marry my master? It seems it just seems kind of crazy. Just go marry some guy you never met. Would you do that? Go marry some. That's what I thought. I thought this is a little bit much. But guess what? It gets even crazier, because then they said, you know what? It is from God. It is from God. And then, can you just give us 10 days? 10 days to we just want to say goodbye to our daughter. Can you just give us 10 days to get things? No. No, not 10 days. God's on this. We need to go. We need to go. Just like Abraham had to go, like Isaac had to go, like Jacob had to go. She must go and leave. I thought of my daughter, Hadar. I have a daughter. And I thought, man, if that happens, it'll be hard for me. If something like this happens. But guess what? You guys have gone from your country to come here. Wow. You're doing it up. And I thought I had renewed appreciation for you guys. You've left your land, you've come to another place, and you're doing the tasks. For me today, I was like, it's all connecting. It's all great. So thank you, and may God bless your week. As we keep doing this stuff, sounds crazy to the world, but we're doing it because we believe that we're in it and we're part of a great and glorious, eternal destiny. That's all. So, זה העידוד. Praise the Lord. Yeah, you can.